So now we have moved on to a new hive, Hive Hades, where the brave Commissar Yarrick has disappeared. And fun fact, in the main campaign, you have a mission where you find Yarrick. So this is happening at the same time, but you are doing something else. So they will defend Hades. By the Imperial Guard at the time, they need to find Yarrick. This is another defensive mission, but it is very different from the last one. Wow, didn't get a lot of prestige there. Have one free slot, so quite tempted to sell off this one. 600, then I have 1,000. Might also decide to downgrade some of my units. So basically, this one I know what the secret objective is. It's not a Bane Blade, but a Shadow Sword or some super heavy tank that arrives up here. If you can hold all the objective hexes for a while, a long while, half the scenario or something. Then you can pull back if you want to and just hold these 4 and these 2. That's by far the easiest, because then you have just this section and this section and a little bit here. But there are also 4 objectives here that we will hang on to initially. Like with the previous scenario, we don't really need transports because we are not going to be moving much. I will set up some support. Obviously, I've played this before. I wouldn't say I'm a super expert, but it's a no-brainer to set up these ones anyway. The Macarius is good for anti-infantry, but I don't want it on point, so to speak. This one will be a Hellfire in this scenario. It's more useful. A 1. About Terminator here. Here. The Furioso here. These guys. Captains. Artillery support. Port up here. This one. I do have a lot of support. You know what? I'm getting rid of this one. It's not really that good. So, goodbye. Now I have more prestige, which I can immediately waste. Yet another. I feel I have too many vehicles. I feel I have way too many vehicles. This Baal Predator. Could get rid of one of these. I need one more infantry, I feel. Do we want the ball? Here. Yeah. It's a weak unit anyway. Still take one unit, but what would that be? I can't afford. So if we were playing at standard difficulty, this would be a lot easier because then we could afford everything. Now we have to make some choices. Still have one. Could I get? I could get a tactical squad. And this doesn't have to be a... Or do I need more here? Tactical squad. That squad, no. Not that squad, but you know what I mean. I think I'm actually going to... Well, we can see what the Ork does first. By hitting and deploy. Tripwire unit are already gone. 80 strength, yeah, okay. There are fewer choke points on this map, so it gets a lot more interesting from the Orks perspective. Yeah, this won't go well for the AI. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Okay, he might survive, but... Okay, okay, we can do the first turn and then take a break, okay? It's actually survived, that is nice. Sending these guys forward. And these Terminators have a lot better defense. It will be much harder to weaken. Ah, those have rocket launchers. I hate those guys. Really, really hate them. This obviously needs to block something. There. I'll leave this one to draw fire away from the Macarius. Something like that. Oh, didn't take any damage at all. now these guys on the city can draw in the attackers with these two hanging out and peppering them. Do here, I think. Okay, let's see what they do. I try to scrape the paint off my guys, but no. Yeah, Terminator is much better than Ogrins. In that fortifications, they have now 70 defense. Oh. I'm doing no damage. They have high initiative and good defense. Oh, rocket launchers, of course. Yeah, taking one whole damage. Ah, there comes the big guys. Now they can fully heal and get the leadership bonus. I mean, this is a good setup, but we will have to be careful about stuff sort of slipping through here. If I see infantry, I might have to move these two guys forward to block them in. Isn't it? Come something. Yeah, this is a good block. Costs a bit, but I can afford it. Repair the Terminator is now it has taken 1 damage. Just weaken them as much as possible. And just one more turn. Interesting. Yeah. As long as the rocket launchers don't shoot on my tanks or walkers, I'm happy. Here comes some bad guys. But my Fury also takes his heavy flamers and blood talons and kicks ass. Ouch. Interesting. Ooh, taking damage there. Okay, one more turn. Too exciting. Wow. Terminator healing again. Leader is very useful. Mortar. In case we have additional bad guys. Repair. Let's wait. One more turn. These have rockets, but instead of shooting at my precious tank, they shoot at this stupid nuker. High initiative and the support fire is making a huge difference. And repair. Heal. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, Makar is working very well for this purpose. The slaughter of... Ah, okay. There I lost my first rank point. Unfortunate, but hard to completely avoid. I'm healing it back up again. No, no point. Pick up some morale. It's down to 50 morale. Do this. Fix and recover. Now it's 80. Can do that. Repairing. Morale and morale. Why isn't this guy attacking? Can see him because this guy has 4 spotting. Sure. What's with that? It finally moved. Now these guys. Oh, these are dangerous. They are also dangerous. Initiative kill. Ooh, taking 1 damage. Still no kills on the Terminator. This is a problem, because it will totally do lots of damage. And now this one comes. Ooh, very painful. Yeah, I just have to let these guys shoot at me. Not ideal, but disappointed. Yes. Oh, that felt good. One is rather exposed now, but that worked fine. Yeah, just fixing up people, getting some morale back. And now that shadow sword with weapon upgrade has arrived. Neat. So now the big orc attack comes. Now I definitely have to save and take a break, so later. And back for the final push, so to speak. What happened? Yes, this is a nice cluster. This is a nice cluster. I used all my units. This one activated, so let's go forward. Pull back a bit so I can bring my shadow sword. This is the. This would be cool if well, these weren't offset, but it would have like a fourth weapon, storm bolter or wherever. Pretty cool. Cool tank. So what do we need to do here? This one can rest. What is it called? Rest and refit. No extra hit point, but 30 morale. So this one can recover. Only taking 1 damage. Very useful to have this one as a bullet sponge. Nothing better to do. Okay, where is this big push? Nothing going on here. Well, new turn then. I guess you have sort of a turn. Yeah, here comes the super heavy tank. It's called the Skullhammer Battle Fortress. Okay. Looks pretty mean. Big shooters, mega blaster. I love these orcs. I mean, 4 big shooters. Is that the mega blaster? Yeah, this is weird. These are infantry in trucks with big shoot. I guess they're like rhinos for your infantry or land raiders for the Terminators. Moving forward, speed 3, very slow. Repairing, still missing 1 damage there. I think these guys are all fine. Could give them names. I never tried. Austus. Oh, kinda cool. Command squad. I don't remember. Is it Alexander? Okay. Kind of fun. If you're okay, let's not overdo it. I never done that before. Yeah, pretty cool. I think experience increases your accuracy and your initiative, although I'm not entirely sure how that mechanic works. I looked in the manual and it didn't really say. Okay, I think this axis of advance is relatively safe. Ouch. If I move these now, it looks safe. I bet someone nasty will appear. Could move this guy out, kill off this, but I don't think it will be that useful, actually. Can do this. It for my guys, I guess. No, this one can recover. This one can recover. Now they are all good to go, and we have a little pool of requisition. Yeah, but this one decides to. But it can't really kill my dreadnought in one attack there. And kill one Terminator, two Terminators. More of these guys. Obviously, this tactic would not work against a human opponent who would first concentrate on taking out the support fire units. But that would be a very different game. I basically take an entire Ork force on the chin, losing two guys. They are just suiciding. I'm not sure why. They can't really hurt me, can they? This one can hurt me, but its initiative is so low that in practice... So 65 plus 5, 70 defense, very useful. Now this guy can kill off the Skullhammer with the 0 casualties. Mortar attack. This one is there just for the leadership. It took just 1 damage and is still at 100% morale because of the leadership squad there. Not sure if anything else will show up here, probably. Even if they do the flip through trick, they can't. Well, they could go over here, yeah. Actually, let's do this instead. Looks safer. Though this one could get injured if something shooty comes along. Remember, only infantry can go across this, trash? Yeah. Nothing else to shoot at. And you can see there, it actually loses morale when attacking. Even though this one cannot really shoot back. How does this not block line of sight? Oh, this one blocks line of sight, but I guess sort of goes around the edge or something. I don't know. Just to reduce its morale a bit, taking a little bit of damage there. And that's the second. No. Unit. I mean, something fast could come here, but then I would get support fire in this auxiliary unit, so I don't think that would be a problem. Bring. The big attack, I think, it's not over necessarily, but it's definitely blunted. It has some good shoot-offs, so. Oh. Why didn't it shoot one? Oh, maybe it was outside of range. Oh, trying to get around the back, not nice. Yeah, so it actually takes 5 morale. To shoot, you can still shoot at 0 if you're not hitting anything. Yep, another big guy. No way it can take out my shadow swordy. Ooh. Also not happening. That was a good setup, otherwise it could have come around and hit my whirlwind in the side there. This was a good time to move my infantry forward. Let's use the hotkeys instead. Even better. Yeah, fixing up. I remember playing this scenario on hard and playing it, I don't know. I think I just did mostly this, but that minus 10% prestige for me meant I had a slightly weaker army, and the 20% extra strength for the enemy meant that every time they attacked it sort of chipped a little bit more, so I bled resources. So yeah, I remember that being playing out mostly the same, but it was a constant race to sort of get prestige back to heal one of my units just a little bit. But I'm actually glad I am not playing at that difficulty level because it just gets annoying. Okay, no, not purchase. I think I'm done here. No reason to move anything around. I'm gonna fix things up. I'm pretty sure we are all done here. Alt-E, except this one, of course. It cannot hurt me. Why bother doing this? Why not? This one is supposed to be here. You never know when something will just appear out of nowhere, but now I think it is over. Yeah. So all of mine is healed and has maximum everything, I think. This one now. Yeah. And then I don't think we can complain. No reason to heal this guy. That's the final turn. No, well, it has 1 damage. Till then it has 9 of. It's not important. Yeah, it's I managed to hold all the objectives and victory. Yeah, review map. I think it's a very good scenario because unlike the first scenario, which was also defensive, you have a lot more on your plate here. There are attacks from all sides, and it's not so easy to funnel. You can hold this line, but you also have to care about this section here. What I think would have made the scenario even better, but then you might have gotten overrun, is that It's a little bit silly to have just one hex here that I can block with this. It's not invincible, it took damage, but it can effectively hold here. Infantry can walk over here, but that only happened at the very end of the scenario. There should have been some sort of opening, maybe here, or maybe this could be open, so I would have to stand here or take away support column. I don't know. It gets a bit too easy. This one is interesting and defensible. Easy to plug the gap with just you can do it even without this. So this death squad, high defense in fortification, backed by heavy bolters, very good. And Hellfire plus Whirlwind, also very good. Just keep them away from those waves of rocket infantry, because they will chip you to death. Perfect placement, I think. I remember having played with it here, and it actually ended up dying. Or maybe it had one hull left or something. And putting the Terminators, never done that before. That was a stroke of genius. And having a command squad here was also quite useful, because it regenerates morale for all of these guys. Alexander, yeah, that's me. Okay, so basically the scenario is over. It's much quicker than... Oh, look at this. I never even noticed it. How did it become stuck here? Never mind. So, end mission.